everybody, welcome to Elisa's Art Room. Tonight we're going to be working on our Ocean Life journal that I just started. So we're going to be working on the cover on some more of this, and we'll be picking out some pages. Hey Lori, first one on. Look at you. You beat Dawn. That's a rarity. Alright, let's see. I'm going to get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. We are live on Facebook. Assuming you see the little red thing at the top. It's not showing yet. Hold on. There it is. Hey, Angela. All right, so we are working on our ocean-themed junk journal. And I just started on it on Wednesday. So we got the cover started. And this is going to be just one signature, I think. So a kind of small one for me. And I've got some papers lined up, and we've got a little bit of decorating to do. So that's what we're going to focus on tonight. And hopefully it won't take too long. So y'all jump in, say hi, let me know you're here. It looks like I got a few people on. Wonder if Dawn's sleeping. She might be. All right, I'm gonna pull the camera up top so we can go ahead and get started on this. All right, hold on one second. Straight. All right, what are you doing? There. Okay. So, I took a little trip to Hobby Lobby. Found a couple things. I didn't find a lot. It wasn't a lot of like marine themed things. But I did find a little bit. And then I had some stuff from Dollar Tree. So I forgot to show you guys last time. I had napkins from Dollar Tree to match this, which I forgot all about. So we're going to be using those. I found this ribbon at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale. $1.99, but it was 40% off. Tornado? I don't know if that's the color. Maybe. It looks like it's teal. I don't know where the opening is. Maybe there. I can't get it, so where are my tweezers? I think it's right there. Kind of feel tape. They make these things challenging. They don't want you to get in them. Alright, so I think it'll be pretty. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's a pretty teal color. We'll do something with it. And then I found at Hobby Lobby a turtle. This is one of those little wood pile things. They also had a seahorse, but the seahorse doesn't look as good, so we're going to go with the turtle. I bought both because they're 99¢. They're not expensive. But that's the seahorse. But I think the turtle looks better. But they're in the woodpile section, 99¢. So that's what we're going to put on. And then I've got my blue netting that I dyed. It was natural colored, and I dyed it. So this is the thing I found at Dollar Tree I didn't think about. I bought this at Dollar Tree. It was rolled up. I thought I might use it somewhere. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, honestly. But maybe I'll make a pocket or something. I don't know. Honestly, it could have made it an interesting cover, too. But, so napkins. Where did I stick them? I got everything in little bins. Alright, so I bought this paper. This is called Coastal. And it's just these pretty blue shades. It does have a white core. I don't buy a lot of white core, but it is interesting because you can kind of texturize it, so I'll show you that. So I bought that. That's the only paper I think I got. I just didn't see a lot. I didn't see anything that I thought really, you know, yelled at me. I already had this I got from Dollar Tree probably a month ago. I don't even know if they still have it, but it has some really bright colors, and I thought some of those looked, you know, kind of watery. Pockets or something. So I have that. Like I said, that was a Dollar Tree thing. And then, so I also have this map that I got a while back. I think I bought this back when I did the masculine one. But it's got, you know, oceans and maps and things like that. So we may use some of that. But I just tried to find things, you know, that were kind of nautical. Sea life, whatever. So I went through a bunch of my magazines and calendars. I tend to buy a lot of marine calendars. Found these crosswords. I'm not sure if I'll use them or not, but I grabbed them anyway. They don't really have a theme, so that I can tell. But I went ahead and cut them out. Sometimes it's fun to put them in there. So let's see. This is a cut up calendar. So a lot of just pretty pictures. And I cut it up because it did have sayings and stuff on it, and I didn't really want the sayings. And then I had a lighthouse calendar, and I did the same thing. I cut some pages out of that. I'll try to figure out, you know, what I can use, what I can't use. But I went ahead and cut up the ones that might be feasible. This one's going to be a page. I backed it. I'll show you that in a second. And this was just another, this was on the cover, so it's pretty thick. So we'll stick that somewhere. I might try to turn it into a journaling card. I think it's a little long, but maybe I can cut off some of that side, make it a journaling card. I did find these stickers at Hobby Lobby. They were on sale this week, so 40% off. Got one that's got some mermaids and some lighthouses. Those are really the only two that I thought were interesting. I'll be using them on tags and such. And then I bought 2 sheets of paper individually because I couldn't find paper I liked, honestly. And what I bought was, I already cut it up, but this one, which was called like blue agate, and it looks like an ocean. I'll show you the whole thing in a second. It's here somewhere. And then I bought another one, not that, I don't think. That might be the top of it. That is got waves. This was just a thing out of a magazine, but it's got like a boat, a ship on there, and I thought maybe I'd use that little piece somewhere. This is the napkin. I gotta figure out where I stuck it. I had a little bit of pirate nautical stuff that I may or may not use that I'd left over from when I did Dave's journal that I did him. So a little bit of that left over. I dyed some pages blue. I've already got them folded and stuff, but this was an extra one. And I just used blue inks, blue acrylic latex, not latex, acrylic inks from Liquitex. And then I also used a little bit of distress inks, like, what was it one I have? I have like Shiny Bauble or something. These are some old stencil ones I had done on coffee paper a while back with burnt edges. Might use those. This was a picture I printed out of a sperm whale with a boat a long time ago. I might use that somewhere. This was actually a tag I made when I was practicing Dave's cover for his masculine journal, and it was my practice thing. It's probably usable for a tag. It's a little on the thick side. It's got a ship there, but honestly, you can't hardly see it. It's real subtle, but that's what that's from. This was from Defemmer Ember. This is one of Louisa Heinzel's things, but it's very beachy, so I have that. What else do I have in here? I have know, nothing. I don't know why I did that one. It's got a little bit of ocean on there, but not much. I don't know why I did that one. This ocean, maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. Another lighthouse. A well picture. It's a little big, so I don't know how I'll use it if I do. I did buy these. I hadn't bought any labels from Tim Holtz labels types yet because they're just, it's one of those expenses, you know. I could never decide if I wanted to buy it or not. But I went ahead and got it. I was at Hobby Lobby and I thought maybe I'll use some of the sayings. I honestly don't even know what they say, but hopefully there's something in there I can use. So other calendar things I had were the little thumbnails on the back of the calendars. Quite a few of those, and then there's more in here. So I have quite a few of those. I'll probably make one of those little waterfall things that we do sometimes. Yeah, it's an ocean theme journal. So I just called it Ocean Life. I don't know. I couldn't really think of a name, honestly. So Ocean Life it is. The next one is almost identical to the placemat they had. It's the same collection. Okay. And then this one's just got like turtles and more beach, less worry. I figure we'll use it somewhere for a tag or a pocket or something. So that is my pile of stuff I have to work with. And hopefully it will be enough. I don't have charms or anything yet. I didn't see any I liked, and they weren't on sale, and I don't typically buy them unless they're on sale. So I'll probably check back maybe next week and see if anything's on sale. We're going to work on this. So let me show you this other paper. I think this is the top of it. So where did I put it? So this is that white core paper. If you sand it, you can sand it and roughen it up, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But I coated one of the glued, I don't know, one of the calendar pages with that cardstock paper, just to make it a page. I just don't know which way I'm going to put it yet, so I hadn't really folded it strong. But I started on some pages. We're going to just go through this because I want to show you the paper. This is the napkin, the one that matches. So what I did is so these are my signatures, hopefully. This is the other paper. You can see I cut it out. It had, you know, a lot more to it. It was a 12 by 12. On sale, so 69 cents minus, what, 40%, I guess. So, I don't know, 30 cents or so, whatever it cost. So I bought a sheet of that, and then these are just papers that I sprayed and, you know, splashed with inks. They're just of the colors that I thought looked good. So that's all that is, and it's just normal copy paper, and I glued it to it with a glue stick. So that's what that is. This is from the calendar. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the 2023. It fit that way, so I may cover it with something. I don't know. It's not a big deal. But so on the other side of that is still the calendar, which I'll cover with something sooner or later. Some more papers I dyed. This is that cardstock that's the white core from that stuff from Hobby Lobby, this stuff here. More papers I dyed. And then this is the wave one I bought. So this is the other page that I bought that was a actual scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. And I only bought two. I bought that one and the agate one. So they're both cute. I thought they matched well. So on the other side of that paper, I put the napkin. And then I put the other napkin here. And then I just put white napkin here just to fill it in, so it was the same texture and it didn't just stop. And then I'll put a pocket there or something. But I think that looks good. So I've got that one page to put in here somewhere. I'm not real sure where I'm going to put it yet. And I think that will probably be it for the signature pages. I don't know which way I want to do this. I was trying to find a good place to stick it. I almost thought about replacing this one. I don't need, honestly, I've probably got too many pages already. I have to decide what would look good next to each other. I think I like just the plain there, so I could fold it like this. And then where would that go if I did that? It would go here. That's not too bad. What's it look like on the other side? Do I like it better with that, or do I like it better with this? I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it in there and decide later if I want to change it. I usually don't put two thick pages together. So I think that's the thing that was kind of throwing me off, because I didn't want two thick pages together, but I think I'm going to end up with two thick pages together, because there's just not, and by thick I just mean more like cardstock instead of like coffee paper. I really wanted it kind of in between here, because I have two of these that are back to back. I just don't know that I like that next to it. It's not as pleasant. I don't think it's just me. I just think it's not as pleasant. But, so that's why I had that green one in there. So if I put the green one, if I put this green next to that, which is good, and then I do maybe this green, and you know me, I'll probably change it 50 times. That there. It's not a huge deal if they're back to back. I mean, I'll cover it with stuff anyway, but maybe we'll do that. I think this green picks up this better. So I like that better, I think. So let's go ahead and fold that. And I'm debating if I want to distress that one like I did this. I don't think I do. But I'm going to show you how I did it just so you can see. So I think that's going to be our signature. I may cut that middle page down a little bit more. Because as you put the signatures, the pages in, they come further and further out because of the bulk here. So your center ones will get, you know, further and further out. So if you like it even, just remember to just run it through and cut it. But I don't know if I'll bother. We'll see. So that's what I've got for a signature for right now. So I'm going to set that aside. I think it'll be good. And we're going to decorate this. So I want to put this netting on here. So I have to figure out where I want it exactly, because I want it to kind of go around to where the turtle is only on like half, like that maybe. So I think I'll do it like that. And then I think I'm going to start tacking this, and then I'll figure out where to cut it, because I think that'll be easier. So that's a good location, I think. I'm going to use, I think Fabri-Tac will hold this, but this is so stiff, it's hard to get it to stay. So I'm probably going to use Fabri-Tac, but I'm also going to use some hot glue just to kind of tack it in place. I didn't want to use a bunch of hot glue because I don't trust it not to pop off later. Sometimes hot glue will do that. But this technically is like a fabric. I mean, it's like a jute or something. So logically, Fabri-Tac should glue it just fine. Just decide where I want to end that. I think I want to end it maybe right there. I'm just going to use a little of both and see how it goes. If I can get this stuff to come out, I should use my other bottle, I think. This one's almost empty. Hey, Gail. But, I mean, logically, Fabri-Tac should hold it. And I didn't think to look up the one I did on Dave's. I can't remember, guys. But I'm just going to tack it. This cord is too short. My hot glue doesn't reach. I'm just going to tack it just ever so slightly here and there so that I don't have to pull off a whole bunch of shiny hot glue. I can't stand shiny hot glue. Are you guys like that? I just don't like it. So I'm just going to try to put a little. It's always hard to get it to come out slow. I looked for a better hot glue gun. Can't hold that. I need my sticky fingers. What are those things called? I don't know if it'll help. They're hard. They don't work great, guys. Maybe I can use them. We'll see. They're annoying. Anyway, I looked at the different hot glue guns and I just didn't see anything. Honestly, none of them had long enough cords. But I didn't see anything that just screamed by me. It's like I have like several hot glue guns, but honestly, I don't really like any of them that much. They're okay, but they're not. Stay over there. I'm trying not to get a ton. Where's my silicone thingy? Try not to burn myself today. I'm just going to tack it here and there first, and then I'm going to use some of that Fabri-Tac, I think, and see if I can get it on here with this, because I really would rather not. Oh my goodness. If I can get this stuff to come out. Let's see. It's still stuck. Really? The needle goes in. If I can hit the hole. Why are you not coming through? It might be too thick for this little, what do they call these? Sugar bell? Icing thingies? I think that's the name. Let's see if that sticks. I just would rather use this. I don't think it'll show so, ugly. But I just wanted just a little bit of hot glue to kind of get it started, Let's see. It seems to be sticking okay. And try to make this turn. We'll see if it holds. Like I said, it's fabric, so I mean, it's a type of, fabric. Kind of, sort of. It's a material, I guess. Let me put just a little bit of glue. Oops, where's my can? Stay. Let me put a little bit right here. Can I see? You guys can see me, right? Trying not to get off camera. Maybe I can put that one on there. I'll probably try to pick some of these. I don't want to use those tweezers. I'm going to use these. Pick some of this really thick pieces off. So it's not as ugly. All right, let's try that, and then I'm going to have it come around. So I think I've got enough for the back. The back I'm not going to cover the whole thing. I'm just going to cover a little bit. I'm going to put some glue here. So I'm just going to fold it over. See if this works. Probably one of the more tedious things I'm doing. It's seems like it's holding. When I push it down, it seems like it's sticking just fine. Have you guys tried gluing netting? I might have used E6000 last time, but I really don't like E6000. It's just not one of my favorite things to use as far as, you know, chemicals and stuff go. I try to stay away from the harsh chemical things. I almost need to cut it just because it's too bulky to deal with. I'm going to just trim it. So I'm going to see where I want to trim it. So on this side, I just want it to come over just a little bit. I don't even know if I'm going to have it come over on the top any, so I'll probably cut that there, and then the side will come over. Maybe right there. Where'd my scissors run off to? So I'm just going to go for it. Try not to go, you know, straight. Keep it looking more organic. There's that piece. Oops. I'm still attached somewhere. It's holding pretty good. It's not moving. Try not to make sure I don't cut my cover. I'll reattach this better. Like right on this knot. Can I squish it down? I think so. See how that does. I like that. Do it that way. I don't like it's a little too perfect. I want it more, a little looser than that was. Maybe I'll take that off too. There. That little piece, don't catch cover. That maybe. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Let's see. It's coming out now. Where's my wipe? I'm going to have glue all over my fingers. Anywhere that feels like it needs more strength, I'll throw some hot glue. Come on. Let's see, where am I? I don't absolutely have to glue every little dot down, probably. Is it stormy? Can never tell. We have like a cement factory that's not too far from us. So you can never tell if it's thunder or that. Right there. I'm also going to glue those little starfish down. I'm going to put this down, and I think I'll lift it up a little bit and see how it feels, you know, opening and closing. It's fighting me there. Yeah, messy. I'm going to put a little more hot glue there, I think. It'll be probably better to have a little bit of both. Oops, more than I wanted. Don't come out so fast. Come out slower. Where'd my spatula go? I'm going to touch it and be sorry. Let's see if I can get that chunk off. Mine does not have multiple temps. It's hot and hotter. It's not a low temp. Sometimes if you get those chunks off early, they're not quite so bad. Right, let's see, we'll try a little bit on this, just a touch. And what I think I might do, maybe I won't glue it right on the edge, because that way I think when I'm opening and shutting it, I think it'll be safer. So I'll probably just, we'll have some sewing in there that I'm going to go over with it. I'm purposely putting this netting on first because I did want to go over the netting with the sewing because that'll just help hold it. So I'm just going to kind of make sure it's somewhat firm. And then I will, once we sew it in there, I think it'll be good. Like I said, I think I'm going to skip that very edge. Come on. Just a couple of little drops of hot glue. Try not to burn myself. Stay. Once I get it started, then I'll use the other glue too. Oops, almost dropped it. I'm dealing with a cord that is about a foot too short. Makes it a little more complicated. Maybe there. Let's try that. Okay, now we'll use this. Did I stand that up? I did, didn't I? Wait for my air bubble to come back. Come on, air bubble. Can't tell if it's holding. Just a second. I know this is a little tedious to watch probably. But, you know, it's part of the process, so. It takes a minute. Hence the using hot glue too. The hot glue doesn't seem to be terrible. You know, like I said, I don't know for sure how well it will hold. Do y'all have good luck on hot glue on fabrics? It says to use low temp on fabrics, but I'm not worried about damaging it. I don't have low temp, so it just is what it is. I'm just going to mix it up. That way if one of them doesn't hold, the other one will. Look at that. It's like, I know it's coming out, because every time I turn it upside down, it comes out. All right, time to take the flannel shirt off. Melting again. Granted, I'm sitting here under lights and messing with hot glue. I'm sure that doesn't help. Stay. The one I did on Dave's, his netting seems to be holding on just fine. And that's been, gosh, it's been about a year ago now. Our anniversary's in June, so almost a year ago. Okay, switch back to the other glue for a second. I gotta take this off. It's melting, guys. Okay. I can't hold it because the cord's too short. Try and be good and not touch. I burn myself all the time with this little guy. Granted, I am a bit of a klutz. Alright, tweezers. I usually put the pen in before I put it upside down, but I didn't want to have to keep taking it in and out. I'm trying to glue the danglies. Unless I hold it. I have to hold it for a minute. My fingers have more glue than the netting. Let me get some of that off. If I can. Nope. Oh my goodness. I didn't want a glob that big. Come here. Is that Fabri-Tac is also shiny, like hot glue. They're both shiny. But I can, if it really bothers me, I could put a little bit of a matte varnish over it and tone it down. It depends on how bad it bothers me. Sometimes it's not too bad. It's just a little bit, you know. How are we doing? Maybe I have hot glue there. Put a little bit right here. That's a much bigger chunk than I want. Let me take some of that off. And do I want to do that or just cut it? I might just cut it. Let's see how wiggly it is. You can take a blow dryer to the little fuzzies and that will help take them off. You can use a heat gun, but you gotta be super careful so you don't just remelt the hot glue. Alright, I gotta roll some of this glue off my fingers. Starting to look like I had a bad sunburn. That's not too bad. Feels secure. Let's put a little bit here. Can't really at this point tell which one glues better. It kind of seems like the hot glue does, but the Fabri-Tac does take a little time to dry, so I don't know that that's a fair assessment since I'm not allowing it time to dry. All right. Not terrible. So now we've got our little sea turtle and our starfish. That there for a second. So same thing with the wood on there. I'm probably going to use hot glue. I may use a little bit of both, just in case. But so I have a feeling the hot glue would pop off of here. It says this Fabri-Tac holds wood on their little on my Beacon cheat sheet for their glue. So. And it works on fabric, so logically it should work fine on this. And it's more flexible than my hot glue is. So I'm thinking my best bet is the Fabri-Tac, but since it takes so long to dry, I'm going to put a few drops of the hot glue along with it just to kind of make sure. I just want to see where I want this. I think I want it there. Where's my little starfish? So I painted these blue. Mostly a little bit of teal in them. So these were the wooden starfish that was on that Dollar Tree piece. So do I want them all in the netting? Maybe one there. Oh no, 3 looks better, doesn't it? I think I like 3. Debating if I like that color better. Yeah. I think I like 3. Leave that one off. Maybe use it somewhere else. And then I'm thinking about putting some sequins. I don't have a saying or anything, but it doesn't have to have a saying. If I find something that really fits, I'll put it there, but at this point, I'm just going to leave it. So I think we're going to do this. So we're going to turn this over, and we are going to put some Fabri-Tac. I'm going to leave a little spot for some hot glue here and there. I think one spot in the middle maybe, and then just on the extremities. Other than that, I think I'm going to use this. So there's a little spot there. So I think this will hold just fine. But just in case, we're going to put a little bit of hot glue. Try not to mix them. One there, one there, one there. Hopefully I can get it on before it dries. Do not want it to dry. Right. And then pop it over quickly. Quickly. And push. I like this turtle. I'm glad I found it. I think it matches fine. It's a little more green, but I think it's okay. Or not. The only mermaid they had was like a cat. It was like this funny little cat mermaid, and I was like, okay, that's cute, but it's not what I want. So, sea turtle 1. So we'll see. I think it's holding. All right, so same thing with these guys. Let's see, shall I guess I'll put the Fabri-Tac going to go through these holes. I'll try to put there. I'll put a little bit of hot glue on just the tips, I think. That'll be fun trying to hold. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. Just a teeny drop here. Can't get that last one without burning myself. Nope, I can't. Ah. I'm doing really good. I need this. I need the hands. It's like there's nowhere good to hold it. All right, let's try that again. Remelt those. Ah, let go. Yeah, there's no good way to hold this guy. So we're just gonna attempt it. Oh my goodness. Really? All right, I'm just doing my fingers. I'm failing horribly. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, that's going to be challenging. And maybe I'll just do 4 and not do that last one. I think that's what I'll do, because it's just too hard to do it and not have a space to hold it. All right, feels secure. Let me get the glues off my fingers now. Luckily I didn't burn myself too bad. Just a teeny bit. Okay, try that again. We're just going to hold this one. Come on. Nope. I never did thin this out. I said I was going to thin it out some, and I did not. It's a little top heavy. All right, let's try this again. Just a drop, 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 drop. Did I leave a space in the middle? Not really. Okay. All right, turn around. And maybe there. The idea is that you get that temporary bond with the hot glue and then the more permanent bond with the Fabri-Tac. At least that's what I'm thinking. Okay, how's that feeling? Seems pretty good. So I've got some little sequins. Yeah, thank you, Lori. I think it's cute. I think it will be cute. I'll have to go through and hit it with the blow dryer and get off all the little stringies. Not too bad. I don't think I like these things. I thought I would, but they're too flimsy on the end. They were like $3 something, $3, $3.99, I don't know. But the idea is good, but they're just too flimsy. It needs to be smaller. Like maybe cut off half the fingers or something. I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to do with it, but it never works right. So I don't call that one a good investment. Logically it was, but it didn't end up being. So I have these little sequins. These are some from my shakers. They're just little typical, glittery sequins with holes. I was thinking that I put them on here. So I tried out hot glue. Seems to hold pretty darn good. And then I tried Fabri-Tac, but it's only been like an hour. or not Fabri-Tac, Gem-Tac. They both seem to be holding very well. So I think either will work. So I'm just going to go with the than the hot glue is. And maybe I won't burn my fingers. Get some of this hot glue off my fingers. All right. This is it's a rhinestone glue. So it's for bonds, rhinestones, crystals, sequins, and more to fabrics and accessories. So I do not have one of those little touchy things. So I guess I'll use tweezers. I tried to make one. I didn't do a very good job of it. So I just thought this might be cute, just to glue some of these on here if I can get this glue started. Oh my goodness. There it goes. So I'm just going to randomly stick them on here. Why not? I need about 6 hands. I know they make those little, I tried to make one, you know what I'm talking about, the little like sticky things. I don't even know where I put it. I did attempt to make one because I didn't buy one. I'm trying to remember, what did I do it on? I feel like I did it on a stylus or something. I don't remember, it's been a while. Yep, that's what it was. I did it on a stylus. So I took some putty. This is just that tacky putty stuff that you stick things for earthquakes and stuff. So I just stuck a little bit of that on the end of my stylus. And it kind of works. I'm going to try it out, see if it works. We'll see if I can get it to hold these guys. The trick is getting it to release, you know. The idea is you're supposed to be able to just touch it and then it releases, but mine doesn't release. So I usually end up having to go back in with the tweezers anyway. But I know they make those things. I see people using them and it seems to work, but it doesn't work for me. At least not mine. Are the others less sticky or something maybe? Seems like they have to be a certain amount of sticky to get it to work. I think this will be cute if I just throw these. I thought it would look like, you know, shimmers in the water if I can get them off my finger. I don't know if there's 2 there. I can't tell. Sometimes these guys stick together and you get 2 or 3. We'll find out if one comes off later. But I'm just going to attempt to put them on here. Like I said, if I can get it to release. Oh, nope, that didn't work at all. Let me try some more glue. Stay. It doesn't like the fishing. And that, maybe we'll try to avoid that. Also tedious, I guess. I'm doing a lot of tedious stuff today. What? This straw is clear, so I'm not worried about it showing. I will goop up my tweezers though. Oh my goodness. Can't turn it over. See, it feels like I can never tell if there's more than one. I can't tell. No idea. Where shall I put you? I think that's the hardest part, is figuring out where to put them. I don't know, you guys probably can't see that. Can you see the sparkle? Here, I'll show you up close. They do sparkle. They've got like a little bit of opalescence to them. I'm trying to get the light to hit it. I don't know if it's doing it. I can't tell. But they do sparkle. In real life, they sparkle. Maybe not as much on the camera. Up, complete with a hair. We don't want the hair. Go away, hair. All right, we need some more. I think this will be cute. I like marine stuff. I just don't really have a lot of it. I have a lot of stencils. So I think for Stencil Sunday, I'm going to be doing some, I'll just do a bunch of, maybe some tags and journaling cards made with some of my stencils, because I might cover up that one page that has the calendar somehow. But I think that's what I'll do on Stencil Sundays. I'll pull out a bunch of my stencils, and I'll still work in this because I want to work in it. All right. Maybe 5 more. We'll see. I don't want to get too crazy. It takes too long. It does get easier the longer you do it. I guess you kind of get in the flow. Where'd it go? I have no idea. Oh, grab that one. I thought it went under, but I don't see it. All right, so I don't want it like a pattern, but at the same point, I want to make sure I get enough to where it looks right. I'm not going to put any on the back. I'm just going to do this on the front. There. Oops. Let go. Maybe one there, maybe one there. Oops. A lot more glue than I wanted. Nope. Okay. It was insistent on me using that glue. Okay, I really need to wipe my fingers because it's getting too sticky. Alright. I think one more should do it. Just, oh, that's too even. Let's go down here. It doesn't feel like enough glue. No, it's too much glue. Not enough or too much. Let go. Let go, let go, let go. Nope. Okay. All right, I think they'll stay. It stayed on my little test. That's why I did the test, just to kind of make sure that they felt like they were going to stay. They feel like they're going to. So, all right, I think that's cute. A little bit of sparkly. That's enough. All right, so we'll probably just set that aside so it can dry. That should be good. And let's look at our pages and make sure we're good. How much time has gone by? It's only 10. I'll do that. I'll show you how I did that distressing. That's what I'll do. You all might know. I don't know. Okay, let's put that back. And I could probably unplug that and get some of this glue off my tweezers. Try to keep my tweezers looking decent. All right, let me unplug this hot glue. It's less likely to burn myself on it. Okay, so decide if I want to distress any of these others. That one's got the distressing showing on that side already a little. I have 2 of these together. Not sure I like that. I think I wanted that one there. Let's switch this. I'm still going to have 2 together. Okay. Just not working. Okay, what can I put inside there? I did have that other thing. Where is it at? Where is it? It's here somewhere. I think I had another page, didn't I? I feel like I did. Let me see. Maybe I already stuck it in. Did I already stick it in there? There's one. Is there 2? Yeah, there's 2. Okay, there's 2. I still have hot glue. I want something in between those 2. I don't want those 2 together, ideally. Color looks good with that. Which means this color would look good too. I think as long as I cover them with something, they'll be fine. Even if they're together. So we're going to leave them. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this one when I use it. If it'll be the background or what. But I do like this one as a bottom. I'm not sure if I want to, this is a sky horizon. I might cut that off. I just don't know. If I cut it off, how is it going to look then? I'm trying to see. Can I see? Yeah, I think it'll be fine if I cut it off. Or maybe I'll fold it over so it's a little, this is not super thick. These are so pretty. I like a lot of these guys. Alright, so I don't have another one that's backed, so that's what I'll do. I'll leave them together, but because I've got these things with that color that really goes well, I think I'll just leave them. But I'm going to distress this one back here. Yeah, I'm going to distress this one to match this one. So all I did, so let's see, I gotta remember where I want to put this, so I'm going to put labels because I'm going to forget and then I'm going to be mad. That'll just help me because I put the two letters together and I know that's where that goes. Alright, so we're going to distress this one. We're going to distress this one. So like I said, I gotta get this hot glue off. Where is it? I have this long string on my hand that is driving me nuts. I don't know where it is. All right. So when you distress, you just need some cardboard or something to put underneath so you don't mess up your table. And you need some sort of sandpaper. So 320 won't do a lot of distress. Is it back in focus? Come on. It's so stubborn. Oh my goodness. Come on. Haha. When you use the really light grit, because this has a white center, so it'll take off a little bit of the color. Try not to get a corner, because you'll end up with that pattern. Just make sure there's no weird, if there's weird bumps underneath, or just a little bit. I'm going to show you up close. Here, let me try to zoom. I don't know if I can do it without it going in and out. Is it still in focus? I'm too close to tell. So it puts that little bit of just a white in there. Can you see it? I can't tell. Here, see it? Okay, so it just distresses it. And go slow. And then if you use a heavier grit, like the little sanding discs, or like maybe a 320, like maybe a 130. I don't think I'd go any rougher than a 130. I don't know what these Tim Holtz ones are. Do they even say? Yeah, they don't say. So I don't know what they are. They feel like about a 130, maybe a 200, if I had to guess. So anyway, start at the edge. I'm just go in little circles and just come in and distress it. Okay. Just like that. Now I'm going to try not to get on that other page because I don't really want on the other page. So I'm going to try to stay inside this side. It's a little hard on the paper in the center there, so hopefully I'm not doing it too much. I don't want to damage it too much. The white shows through really fast. You'd be surprised how fast it is. Okay. And then you can either leave it white or you can ink it. Now do keep in mind, when you ink it, that ink is going to show up on the blue too. I don't think there's any way around that. You can kind of wipe it off a little bit, but on this one I did, I inked it brown. Because I have a lot of little browns with the sand and things like that. There are plenty of browns in with these blues. So we're going to ink this brown. I can take that off now. So just do it as much as you want, as little as you want. It doesn't really matter. If you want a little more, you can take the finer one and just give it maybe a little more. I'm just doing like a little kind of a vignette to it. I'm going to erase that X I put on there. Alright. And then just ink it. We're going to use Distress Vintage on it, because that's what I used on that one. Probably should have left that cardboard down because I don't want to get ink all over my table. Okay, so you just come in, and that's going to fill in the white, but it's also, because, you know, I can't just fill in the white. It doesn't work that way, so it's also going to color the paper some. Now, you can tone it down a little bit with some water and just kind of tone it back a little bit so it's not quite as strong if you get too strong, but the water will only do so much, and you don't want to put too much water on the paper. If you do, of course, it's going to end up warping, and you have to deal with that. But I think it looks kind of interesting. Do y'all like it? The little bit of distressing on it. Just a little bit of a frame. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this page, but hopefully it'll look cool. Okay. I just went in with the tiniest bit of water on my cloth and just kind of tried to just even it a little bit. It doesn't seem to take it off the white as much as the blue. That's cute. I like it. So, let's see. Figure out where these went again. Must be this one. A, B, right, B, B, A, A. All right. So that's what we have for our signatures so far. So this is just a napkin. This is just glued onto a piece of paper. I have time to show you that if you want to see it. It's easy to do. And I won't do it on this. I'll just do it on a scrap or something. And then just move these. Like I said, I have a little distressing there, but I don't think it's going to matter. I'll probably have to figure out something to pull this together. Maybe I'll throw something on here with some oranges or something. I don't know. That's just some crazy stuff. I just dropped the ink on it, and it was very, very wet, so it just kind of, you know, spread out. This is a mixture of not sea glass, tumbled glass. What is it called? Can't remember the name of it. Hold on. I'll tell you the names of stuff so you know. I think these are the two I use mostly. A little bit of vintage photo. Tumbled glass, distress ink, Liquitex phthalocyanine blue. It's in this with water. This is just distilled water and ink. I use those, and then a little bit of the refiller for the Liquitex, not Liquitex, Tim Holtz, here, I'll just show you because I can't talk. Distress ink vintage photo. That's what that little bit of brown is in there. So, just a few different colors, you know, that have some what I would consider ocean tones. And then, so I'll cover that with something. I could cover that with a napkin, just to cover it. It doesn't really matter. It would match. I thought about gessoing it, but it takes a lot of gesso to cover that. It doesn't cover very well. You can sand it, kinda. Here, let me pull these out. We'll play with it for a minute. Why not? We have some time. I could have just used the others, I guess. I don't know where I stuck the A's. I see the B's. I'll name these A's. I think they might still be on the book somewhere. So I better remove them if they are. And then this one, which I'll have to take that off. Are they still on there? Not there. Are they in the back? Possibly. I should probably put the B there. That would make more sense because I'm going to be doing stuff on that one and I don't want to confuse. I'm going to be doing stuff on both, so it doesn't matter. So the side that we do will be the B. We'll just have to remember that. All right. I think I took the other one off. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's like I thought I had an A somewhere. Okay. There. So we're going to pull this out. Hopefully get it back in the same spot. And then I think what I'll do, I mean, I could put more detailed pictures. I don't know. I think I'll put more napkin on it. You can also do tissue paper or things like that, but I do like this little napkin. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. It's a good way to cover quickly. I'm surprised I don't have more napkins, honestly, but I do not. So, put that up, out of my way. And I'm going to just cover this. I think I'm going to do only one side. I'll do this side, and then I'll figure out something else to do with that. I tried sanding it to see if I could get some of that color off. And it doesn't, where's that fine grit sandpaper? There it is. It doesn't come off completely without, I don't want to do so much damage that I go through. But it does tone it down a lot. So I would suggest if you are working with a calendar like this and it has a bunch of writing on the back, I would suggest doing this a little, or you can gesso it, but like I said, I tried 3 coats of gesso and honestly it did not cover much at all. It kept just coming right back through. So you can kind of tone it down. Look at all that paper. A little bit. Because that napkin, it's going to show through the napkin some too. I could do this and do 1 coat of gesso, but I don't want to take the time today, honestly. But before Stencil Sunday, what I might do is maybe I'll go ahead and gesso this side that we don't do today, whichever side it was, I don't remember. Whichever side we don't do. It starts getting the ink built up, and you have to just switch places. Either that or go take a piece of fabric and wipe that off. It will come off though. It comes off pretty good, honestly. And it's not really damaging it. It's only taking that really, really slight top layer off of ink. This will come off if you take it and go over your trash can. Go like that. Try not to make too much of a mess. You can see how much it does come off. And because we're going to coat it too, if it gets even, and you could let the letters show through. I mean, I guess it could add interest, or the numbers, I mean. I personally don't want them showing through, so I'm not gonna, but I suppose you could. We'll see how this blue does when I get to that. But for the most part, you can sand it. This is 320. I would not go coarser than 320 for sure. Keep it real fine. That way you're only taking that ink and you're not damaging the paper. Try not to do my table too much. It's very messy. Keep a damp cloth handy. All right, I think this will work fine for the napkin anyway. I feel like that's what I did last time. But my other one didn't have quite so much writing. This one had a lot of writing. All right, let's see how this blue does. Just don't want that number on there. And I don't want this really sharp line. I don't care if a little of that blue is on there, but just not that sharp line. All right, that's pretty good. Let's see if we can clean up now. I'm gonna spritz this just a little bit. Not so much that it starts warping my paper. I'll clean that later. You only want tiniest bit of water on here. That way it just wipes it off like a tack cloth would. It's not wetting the paper. All right, that's good. I think that'll be enough that it won't show through. So let's see, I think I'm upside down. Yeah, okay, so I said I wanted to do, let me double check before I do the wrong side. So A is here, B is there, right? Let me just look. I think that's right. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we're just going to do this one. I'm just going to put a little mark on it. Yeah, I don't want to use that. Let's use a chalk pencil. That way it won't show. Ouch. I'll use this one. Just put a little tiny X on there. And I know it needs to be upside down is right side up. Does that make sense? All these things I got to think about. Too much thinking. All right, so we'll just throw this on there. Hey, Sue. So I find that my glue stick works best on this because the regular glues just wet this too much and it gets, it warps too much. Do I have some tape or something here? Let me see. There. So take off your layer. Save it because you can use that white to cover a page. You can cover a page with this and texturize it, and it's cool. Lots of things you can do. And then figure out where you want this to go on there. So we're just doing this side. So I like these corals. It does have a little bit of a coral pattern. I like them going up. So I have to decide if I want that on the outside. I think I'm just going to have it to where it's just on the outside, and this one's mostly this stuff. So I'll just start this right there. I feel like that's upside down, but this is more upside down, but this is the right way up. So we'll leave it this way. It's kind of got two sides to it. And we're just going to cover it. I'm just going to kind of leave it in the middle and then I'll trim it. So that's going to go on that way. You're going to need cardboard again. Let's see if better than that. My cardboard pieces are getting a little messed up. Like this one. That one's not too bad. Alright, so we can glue it. And I am using Scotch. No, I'm using Tomboy. Tomboy Mono Glue Stick. It's a permanent. It says washable. What is washable? It must mean that it says it's washable, I guess off your clothes, so if you accidentally get it on your clothes, to work, shine on it and know if you're coating it. Now, some of these numbers may still show through that napkin because it is very light, but I don't care if it shows through a little. I am okay with that. So I'm just trying to make sure I got a good coat on there. And close that back up. Now, the trick to this is getting it to drop in the right place. It's never easy. It is a little bit of a challenge. So we're going to go this way. Upside down is right side up. Okay, so I'm going to try to aim for this line. So I'm going to try to get that piece that I know goes on that line to start there without dropping the other side. That is the goal. And then after I get that to stay, then I'm going to just laying it as I go. Okay. Don't go rubbing it too much. It's safer just to push it or to put some plastic on top of it. Like if you feel like you still got a bunch of air bubbles and stuff, grab yourself some cereal box liner or saran wrap or something like that, and use it over the top, and that just protects it from getting damaged. Because napkins, you know, they're pretty sensitive. Okay, and then once you do that, it's on there. It looks just awesome. I actually really like the way the napkins look on the papers. I think they're pretty. And then you just trim it. There's honestly a lot on there I could save if I wanted. But you just turn it over. Ideally let it dry a little bit, but it's not too bad. And you just hold your scissors up so that they're guided by the firmness of that page. And if you haven't done that before, I can't really explain it. You just do long scissors. I'm frozen. Hold on. My other camera's not frozen, is it? No. Okay. It's just my phone. Hold on. I'm not seeing any of your chat. Okay. Any chat? Nope. No chat. All right, good. I didn't miss nothing. Anyway, use long scissors, and you start right on the edge, and then basically what happens is that top blade is resting on the edge of the firmer paper. And that's your guide. And that's how you do it. And that's probably the safest way to cut these off. You can cut them off other ways, but they're not as safe. Okay? And then you can kind of just check your edges, make sure you didn't miss anything. I got a little tiny piece right there. Sometimes you might need to go through and put a little bit of glue this edge here, because it's on that curve. I will usually just throw a little bit of art glitter in there. Don't rub it too much though, because the art glitter is liquidy and it will definitely it'll basically rip your napkin if you're not careful. So just kind of gently put a little bit on there, and then ideally let it dry before you fold it again. But check all your corners, just make sure that they feel like they're down. Usually they're fine as long as you got enough on there. Okay, isn't that cute? I think I'm the right way. Yeah. I really like that. I think it's cool. And it adds texture and it's a nice background. All right, so that will go back into our signature. Let's see if we can figure it out. So that was B. This is A. And that's B. Yep. Okay. Goes just like that. So now we don't have that black blank calendar page there. And there's a few numbers that are still showing through, but you know, that just adds character. Yeah, I'll show you. See, they're showing through just a little bit there, but not too much. I could have honestly taken a little more time and gotten those off of there too. Let me zoom back out. I forgot I was zoomed so far in. Hopefully I wasn't off camera. I always forget and then I get off camera. All right, so there's that. I think that's dry enough. Our glitter dries pretty fast. Okay, and there's that page, and there's that. I really like this agate page. It's pretty. It looks like a beach to me, even though it's technically, I guess, a crystal or whatever. Get a little piece of glue there or something. Get off. I don't want to rip my paper. I'm trying to get it to roll off. It's not going to roll off, is it? Oh, what is it? I laid it on something. Probably that piece of cardboard. Let's see if I can get that little piece off. I don't know what it is. It's very sticky, whatever it is. And if I stick it together, it's going to stick to the other page on the other side. All right, I think I got it. Yep, there. Okay. So I think that's a good signature. That's a good start for our signature. We don't need that. And I'll do something probably on Stencil Sunday with that page. And that looks good. That looks good. This is a decent amount of pages, guys. Probably a little more than I should, to be fair. But we'll try not to get too bulky with it. But honestly, I looked at the other one, the December one that I did. It had like 7 pages, and I think I've gotten like 9 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I've got 9. So we're gonna have to try not to get too bulky, or we'll be really gator mouthed. Not that I really care, but I like this. I think that that's going to look really good next to that. So that is how we are so far. And that, I like that for a center page. I'm going to do something with that. I don't know what. I'll have to figure it out. And that's a good one there. We'll put some sort of a pocket or something there. All right. That is our starting journal. Hopefully you guys are liking it. I will be back on Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern time for Stencil Sunday, and that's when I use Essential Stencil stencils. So I will use some sort of Essential Stencil stencils. I have tons of them that are Sea Life related. So I know there's no shortage of stencils for me to use. And they were all in stock. Only a couple of them were low stock, but they were all in stock, that I'm pretty sure. I looked, but I'm pretty sure they were all in stock. 20 maybe? By the Sea. I don't remember seeing that one. I'll have to see if that one's in. This one, I think I saw it. Gosh, now I don't know. I know I saw that one. So I know that there's that one. Oh, this I don't think is available anymore. But I wasn't going to use it anyway. It's more lake. And that's more lake. I had another one. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're all in stock. But one of them, the one with the mermaid. Which one has the mermaid? Oh, this one, I think, had only like 10 available. So it was pretty low stock. And then I may even have some tag size ones. I don't know. I haven't looked. But plenty of stencils to work with. So I will see you guys on Sunday. We'll do that. We'll work some more on this journal. Hopefully y'all are enjoying it. And I will see you next time. Y'all take care. All right. Bye-bye.